Hello, wonderful people of the internet. I just finished this comic strip. It's called Dipper's and Mabel's Adventures in New York City, a Gravity Falls comic with a crossover of the Proud family and Recess. And this is the first panel, so you know what the comic's going to be about. So let's start the comic, shall we? This story starts off in Gravity Falls, Oregon. And Dipper's got his binoculars out, and Dipper's looking for this chest for the tickets for New York City, golden tickets that is, and he's saying to Mabel, "Right, Mabel, we need to check for this chest for golden tickets for New York City." And Mabel replies right here, "For sure." This is the next panel, panel 2 for the story that is, or panel 3 if you want to be more technical. Mabel's there with her hair tied back in a bow, as he's saying, "Whoa, look at that glow over there, about a mile away. Let's head there. Must be the chest." Dipper's saying with joy excitedly, "Yes, we did it. We found the chest. Glad you have spotted this glow to find this, Mabel." And Mabel replies with, "No problem, brother." Now Mabel opens the chest up with the golden tickets inside, as you plainly see. "Heck yeah, we did it, Dipper. We found the golden tickets. Secret New York City treasure hunt, here we go." That's what Mabel says excitedly. And this is them at the airport at Portland, Oregon Airport, the day after, with the American flag out. That changes American Airlines to American Air, and Air France to French Air, and obviously that American airplane is going to New York City, John F. Kennedy International Airport. No one's going to Paris, France. And there's Mabel and Dipper at the airport. And the ticket desk lady says, "Thank you for flying with AA. Hope you enjoy your trip to NYC." And Dipper responds with, "It will be great in New York City. Thanks." And this is them on the airplane on a Mabel and Dipper's flight on an American Air Boeing 767. And this is the thought bubbles they're just thinking on the airplane's airboard, so you can see mountains outside of the plane's windows. "New York City, here we go," Mabel thinks to herself while she's holding hands with her brother Dipper. "It will be great to do a treasure hunt over in the East Coast." This is the arrival 6 hours later. Mabel and Dipper's airplane. And Dipper says, "Yeah, we finally arrived in New York City." And that's John F. Kennedy International Airport I made up, and I decided to make this airplane the United Airlines plane. "Welcome to New York City at the baggage reclaim." And Mabel's saying to Dipper, "We are here, Dipper. Let's grab our suitcases and see the city." I didn't do a very good Mabel voice there, but you know what he said, because I read it to you. New York City departure, so they're both at the airport now. "Our golden ticket can give us free travel anywhere in the city," Mabel says. And Dipper responds with, "That's sweet, Mabel." And this is my first crossover character, Oscar Proud from the Proud family at the airport parking lot. At the JFK parking lot, Oscar Proud turns up to pick up Mabel and Dipper. And there's a Aeromexico 787 taking off. "Hello, Mabel and Dipper Pines. I will be your NYC driver. Hop in." This is where after Mabel and Dipper head inside his vehicle, his car, driving through New York City. And he says, "First time in the city. We are reaching the Queensboro Bridge in Manhattan." And here's a couple of hours later in the evening when Dipper and Mabel are now in New York City, and this is what Dipper Pine says: "This treasure hunt is so darn hard. Need to ask for help." And this is where Gretchen comes in from recess. And this is the science building where she's doing a science fest. And this is the science building where she's doing a science fair project. And there's a science experiment. And she's saying to the audience, "Hello everyone, here's my new invention." And this is where Dipper and Gretchen both meet each other in the city. And Mabel asks Gretchen, "Excuse me, can you help me and my sister with this treasure map, please?" And Gretchen responds with, of course, I will help you. Two, I am over here from Arkansas for the science fair, so I can help you around town. Next panel. I want to say first on this one. Yes, well, you do seem like a intelligent and friendly girl. My name is Mabel. What's your name? I'm Mabel. Gretchen Gruncher of Arkansas, Gretchen responds with. And this is inside the science building's lab. Randall, up to no good, who's also from recess, and he's thinking to himself after he messes up Gretchen's invention. Perfect, I have ruined Gretchen's invention. And this is the morning later. Officer Mikey leaves the elevator to inspect the crime scene. And this is the science building. So basically that's the first floor, second floor, third floor, and there's a sign up here saying New York City Science Fair 2016. Fourth floor, fifth floor, sixth floor, and that's the seventh floor. And he's saying to himself as he leaves the elevator, Officer Mikey is on the case. Wonder who sabotaged Gretchen's invention to destroy this lab room. And that he's another character from recess. I made him a police officer called Officer Mikey. And this is them in Central Park. Meanwhile at Central Park, oh Lord, someone last night sabotaged my chemical invention for evil and tried to destroy the science building of Manhattan. Who did it? And Dipper's thinking to himself, looking concerned and deep in thought. Oh boy, I guess me and Mabel have to find out who this person is. And now they're at a 7-Eleven store, and that's another character from recess from the movie. And that's him at the Slurpee machine while they're robbing the 7-Eleven. Braceface! From this Slurpee. And that's him. I can't remember what his name is. Me and Randall are robbing this place, so don't make a effing move, cashiers. And he's got them tied up, and they're both from Gravity Falls. That's Wendy and that's Seuss. And then Officer Mikey turns up to the crime scene and says here, Officer Mikey, coming to save the day. Again, freeze, Officer Mikey here. Give up, drop your firearm, and untie the cashiers. You are under arrest for armed robbery. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you. So he's reading the two robbers their Miranda rights once he turns up Officer Mikey. Mikey, you're a cop, Randall replies. Gosh, thanks for untying us and stopping those scary robbers, Officer Mikey. Just in time, meeting my friend Dipper. And Officer Mikey responds with, no problem, ma'am. Just doing my job. And this is the next panel, and in the police car being handcuffed. Randall on the other guy. And he's saying out loud, oh my goodness, we have been arrested. I don't know, I can't pronounce his name. I found that from the internet, the name, but I don't know how to pronounce it. Please let me know in the comments how that name is pronounced, because that is an unusual name to say, and I used to struggle with spelling when I was a kid. Sure hope the cops, especially that officer, who arrested us, who goes to my elementary school back in Arkansas, does not find out I was the one who sabotaged Gretchen's science invention. And this guy here is thinking to himself, arrested in Brooklyn, crap. And here's the next panel. And Wendy's thinking to herself, just missed the train into the East Village. Lord, I need a sign. May as well hitchhike. Here's where Penny, Proud and Zoey come along from the Proud family. First, her dad Oscar arrives in the comic, and now Penny herself, the main character, and Zoey is saying to Penny, "Hey Penny, let's pick up this girl who is a hitchhiker." "Great idea, Zoey. Let's pick up this stranger up, especially that my car has plenty of gas." I had no idea I didn't put car in there, but I'm reading the voice so you know what he's saying. And there's Penny in the car with Zoey in the back seat. Penny stops the car to pick up Wendy. "Hop in. Where do you need to go?" And Wendy's got a thumbs up and she says joyfully, "Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. My name is Wendy. What's yours?" And Penny responds with, "No problem. I'm Penny." And that's when she's in the car, Wendy. And this is over the Brooklyn Bridge, driving from Brooklyn into Manhattan. "Thank you so much, Penny and Zoey, for picking me up and taking me to the East Village. The NYPD want to pull over Penny. Beep. Young lady, pull over." And this is when the police pull Penny Proud over. "License and registration, no. You blew through that stop sign back there. And I don't like how you were looking at me." And here's Sharon Spitz from Braceface that comes along in my comic strip. And I've added her in there since one of my subscribers wanted me to draw Sharon Spitz wearing a Ben 10 watch. So I did just that and added her in my comic strip. And she yells to Sharon stands up against the injustice. And she yells, "Hey, officers, what the heck do you think you are doing? This young lady never ever blew through a darn stop sign. I knew since I witnessed the entire situation." Ben 10 watch and she says this. "Don't make me click this button. 3, 2, 1. Boom, whoosh. Smash, boom." And we see the skin and bones. And it disintegrates. Then the police officers, whoosh, ah! Both of the cops say simultaneously. Mabel and Dipper are shocked by what just happened. "Holy moly, NYC is crazy." And Dipper responds with, "It is just like being back in Gravity Falls." And here's Wendy again. "Hey, Mabel and Dipper, sorry I'm late. Needed a ride." "I'm so glad if you stayed this long. Thank you so much." Dipper responds with, "No problem, Wendy. Pleased to see you here." 25 minutes later, Mabel, Dipper, Wendy, also Penny Proud with Zoey arrives at the Empire State Building. And there it is, the Empire State Building. Splash! Dipper and Wendy splash like the hiccups together, Coke cups, as a sign of friendship. And this says, "Cheers, Wendy. Love vanilla soda." "Ha, cheers," Wendy responds with. And here's Mabel and Penny together on top of the Empire State Building. And Mabel's saying to Penny, "Wow, it is amazing to be on top of the Empire State Building with you." And Penny responds with, "Agreed, Mabel. New York is incredible." And now there's Pacifica, the wealthy, spoiled girl. And she's on top of the Empire State Building in New York now. And she says, "Mabel is here. What the..." And that's them arguing with each other. "So, Pacifica, we meet again. What are you doing here in Manhattan, you spoiled cow?" And there she is responding to Mabel. "Duh, I am a millionaire, but I came here for free after finding golden tickets back home." Gasp! Mabel goes, and this is a plot twist. Bill is behind the golden ticket, and there he comes. Whoosh! The plan has worked! Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! It is I, Bill Shiper. I came up with the golden tickets to bring you all here. Ha! Mabel and Dipper go. And now Grunkle Stan comes to the scene. Grunkle Stan arrives at the Empire State Building. He's on the first floor at the moment. Smash! Whoosh! With the door slamming. Right, need to get to the roof of the Empire State Building. And this is him once he gets to the roof, Grunkle Stan. Grunkle Stan arrives at the operation deck. I am pumped up. I'm here to save you kids from this mastermind Bill. Rush! Ha ha ha! You think you can defeat me? And there's Grunkle Stan. He says, you and me. No one will hurt Mabel Dipper. Bring it on. And there he is. Bill Grunkle Stan. Manhattan shall be mine for the taking. How will you stop me? And Mabel says, Grunkle Stan, there is a button at the top. And there's Mabel at the top of the Empire State Building ready to press the button to help stop Bill. Rush! He's bringing a lot of stuff around with him. Like he's a force, Bill is, in my comic and on the show. Alright, Mabel. I can stop him, Mabel says to himself while on top of the building of the Empire State Building. There's Wendy ready to stop Bill. Locked and loaded. Time to take Bill out. Wait for Seuss, Mabel. And here he is, Seuss again, in the subway track under the Empire State Building. Seuss repairing the wires for the button. And he says to himself, this won't take too long to repair. Mabel needs wires repaired so she can save the city. And there's Mabel again on top of the Empire State Building, ready to press the button. Seuss fixed the wire. Press now, Wendy yells at Mabel. Press now! Okay, and she thinks to herself, okay, Mabel, time to save NYC. Ah! Boom! As Bill gets stopped after Mabel presses the button. And now, this is another plot twist. Dipper got the superhero power to shoot lasers from his eyes to take out Bill. Zap! Holy fuck! Whoosh! And that's from Dipper's eyes. Fire! Take that, Bill! And there's Wendy's arrow from the bow and arrow gun. Boom! Boom! Smash! And he smashes into a million pieces, Bill, right there. No one messes with Wendy, Mabel, Dipper, Grunkle Stan says while he's punching Bill. And this is the last panel. And Penny says to Mabel, thank you all so much for saving New York from that mastermind Bill. And Mabel says, don't mention it. This sort of stuff happens all the time back in Gravity Falls. And there's Wendy and she's saying to Penny, no problem, Penny. Need to keep people safe from danger. And there's Dipper being defensive again, trying to protect Wendy, his love interests, from any danger, including Bill. Seems like Bill is no more. Just making sure you're safe, Wendy. The end. Thank you so much for watching my comic strip. If you enjoyed my comic strip, please like, comment what you thought of my comic. Subscribe for more content like this, since I do a lot of comic book art. And follow me on TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, and Tumblr. And my name on all of these other platforms is also Autistic James, just like it is here on YouTube. Take care, everyone. Peace out.